Ready to journey through the spine-tingling evolution of horror films? Here we go, our tale begins in the silent era. Picture it, 1920s, black and white, the flickering images on the screen and the eerie silence that filled the theater. Filmmakers relied solely on visuals to convey fear and suspense. The absence of sound made the experience even more unsettling, as audiences imagined the terrifying noises that accompanied the haunting images. No sound but plenty of terror. Classics like Nosferatu, with its shadowy figure of Count Orlok creeping through the night, sent shivers down the spines of viewers. The film's use of light and shadow created an atmosphere of dread that has stood the test of time. And The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari set the stage. This film, with its distorted sets and twisted storylines, introduced audiences to the world of German Expressionism, where reality was bent and twisted to evoke a sense of unease and horror. Fast forward to the 1930s, a decade that marked the golden age of horror. This was a time when sound was introduced to films, adding a new dimension to the horror experience. The eerie music, the creaking doors, and the blood-curdling screams all contributed to the spine-chilling atmosphere. The golden age of horror. Universal Studios brought us icons like Dracula and Frankenstein. Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi became legends. Their portrayals of these monstrous characters left an indelible mark on the genre, and their performances are still celebrated today. The 60s shook things up with psychological horror. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho made us all afraid of showers. Thanks, Hitch. This film introduced a new kind of horror, one that delved into the human psyche and explored the darker aspects of the mind. The infamous shower scene with its screeching violins and rapid cuts remains one of the most iconic moments in horror cinema. By the 70s and 80s it was all about the slasher flicks. Think Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and Jason Voorhees. These masked maniacs made sleepovers terrifying. The slasher genre brought a new level of gore and violence to the screen, with its relentless killers and inventive death scenes. These films became a staple of the horror genre, and their influence can still be seen in modern horror movies. Then came the 2000s with found footage scares. This subgenre gave horror a raw and realistic edge, as it presented the events as if they were real, unedited footage. The shaky camera work and grainy visuals added to the sense of authenticity, making the horror feel all the more immediate and terrifying. The Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity made us believe the horror was real. These films blurred the line between fiction and reality, leaving audiences questioning what they had just witnessed. Today, horror's having a renaissance. With films like Get Out and Hereditary, the genre is more than just jump scares. These modern horror films tackle complex themes and social issues, using the genre as a lens to explore the human condition. They challenge our perceptions and force us to confront our deepest fears. It's smart, socially aware, and scarier than ever. So whether you love the old classics or the new spine-tinglers, there's something for everyone in the world of horror. The genre continues to evolve, pushing boundaries and exploring new ways to scare us. Horror films have a way of haunting us forever.